Hi, my name is Kees, and today I'll be taking you along to introduce you to the band Brother Lee at El Condor Sessions. Yeah! Okay, so this is the recording heart. Let me introduce you. This is my Tascam Model 24 I use for live recordings, digital live recordings and analog live mixing. In this case, in the studio setup with Cakewalk by BandLab, I just use it as an audio interface. Some compressing maybe, but that's it. Clean signal into the digital audio workstation, and actually the recordings are done over there. Sometimes I tend to do some recording on the Tascam and then upload it into the DAW, into the digital audio workstation, but in this particular case we are just working in the Cakewalk by BandLab, which is an excellent digital audio workstation. Having a lot of fun with it. My calculation power is this ThinkStation. A lot of calculating power in it. If you just need processor power, RAM power, just get yourself one of those. They're small, they don't make any noise, and they don't have a user interface. It's just on Windows 10, and that's it. I think it has a Core 7 processor in it, some 2 terabyte disks, SSD disks, and 16 MB RAM. Anyway, this is some other stuff. An org I got for 40 euros and sounding great in some of the recordings I do, and this is just one of my reference speakers, and here as well is a reference set where I can listen to some of the mixes I made and just compare them, how they sound after mixing down on the Yamahas. Okay, that was it. Okay, now for both bass and guitar recordings I use a direct input on one track, which gives me a preamp direct line input. For the bass, even a compressed preamp line input, balanced signal directly into the Tascam Model 24. For both I use also the UNIDYNE B old dynamic microphone, directly pointed to the cone. In this case almost simple Roland, but a great sounding Roland guitar amp. And for the bass I pointed on the original Wildcat bass amp, which gives me, for bass and the guitar, 2 tracks, a direct input and a mic with a UNIDYNE B 70s dynamic microphone. I can mix a great sound out of that. Perfect. Okay, now this is a Stag drum kit. It's nothing special, but it sounds actually quite nice, with a great huge amount of cymbals, some bongos, and yeah, I used the 2 different overhead mics. I like that. It just happened someday that one of them broke down and I used another one, and actually it sounds pretty nice. For the regular drum recordings I use a regular drum kit of microphones, nothing special, no additional mics underneath toms or snare. I can always do that later, but for the moment that's not necessary. I've got this small mixing desk to have some pre-drum mixing in case I do a live recording of a band. Then I prefer to have a stereo input in the Tascam Model 24, and I do the pre-mixing in here. It saves me 8 tracks, and in this case the headphone mix comes directly from the Tascam 24 headphones output, because I do not have an additional mic preamp yet in this space. So step by step, and this works actually fine. It allows the drummer to be in control of its own volume, and it's just a regular headphone output out of the main regular headphone output out of the Tascam. So some tricks here. I'll ask the drummer later about these, but it was a good idea. Okay, the voice recordings in this case are done on these two condenser CARDIOID mics, and I put one here for one vocalist and one there for the other, and actually by having them both side by side, those vocalists are giving harmonics over both microphones, and it's actually a nice setup like this. Okay, in this case, for the keyboards, use this great Yamaha keyboard with like 700 presets on it. It just offers a huge range of possibilities of sounds and effects to add. In this case we use an org piano kind of style. It has a direct line out, MIDI out, so that offers opportunities to get it into the DAW. Actually, can we speak English?
Sure.
Great. Listen, I've been hearing you drumming, but I've also seen you play other instruments.
Yeah.
So why don't you briefly introduce yourself and how come that you're a multi-instrumentalist?
How come? Well, I usually play guitar in most projects that I've done because I went to school for that and I've been doing that since I was, I think, 12, so now 10 years I play guitar. But I went to music school in high school and I learned other instruments and I saw some drummers and then I guess I got inspired and really wanted to learn how to do all the other stuff, and bass kind of came hand in hand with guitar because it's like very similar, and piano I'm doing now because I'm studying to be a music teacher and we have to play a lot of piano, so
Great.
I kind of just picked up a lot of instruments, and I still have a lot of instruments that I want to learn, like trumpet and sax and stuff, but that's not for now because I don't have the money to buy any of those, yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
Great. So tell me, I've been intrigued about your drum technique here.
Yeah.
What's that banana doing on your
Well,
thumb there?
the tom was a bit echoey. Like when I played it, it was just, it kept ringing and it wasn't the attack that I wanted. So I thought if I put something a little heavy on the I can't speak English.
Yeah.
On the tom, I thought the attack would be a bit shorter, and then I got this. So the banana kind of helps.
Yeah, well, great. Okay, thanks for now, and I'll be talking to you later.
Yeah, right.
Good luck. Cheers, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, hello.
Hi.
Okay, so you're the vocalist within the band Brotherly.
Yes.
And why don't you introduce yourselves a little bit? And
Sure. Okay, so my name is Lisa. I'm 19 years old and we're from Belgium. And I like to sing.
Great.
I'm Jay. I'm also 19 years old and I've been classically trained in singing, but now I just do whatever I want.
Okay, whatever you want. Great. So, what is classical training? What is your background then?
I've had 8 years of classical singing and musical in my bag.
Okay.
Yes.
And are you still active in that musical world then?
I'm now in a choir with Lisa and our drummer.
Yeah.
So singing class not anymore, but I sing in the band and in choir.
I think both your voices are equally in the same harmonics, and when you sing together it creates an additional harmonics. So how did you discover that, and do you feel that do you hear that yourselves?
Yeah, I think our voices sound very similar, and I think they blend really well as well, and I think we just discovered that in choir because we always sit next to each other as well, so I think that is the main way we discovered it.
And once you came to the band as well, then once we started singing, once we had some lyrics already, and we started to see some like harmonies that we could try out, and then after hearing it, because we always record our sessions,
yes.
That's actually when we saw the likeliness between our
Okay,
voices.
yeah.
Similarities. Even my mom doesn't.
Hear the difference.
They can't distinguish
Okay.
differences.
Nice. Okay, so how was it to hear yourselves in the headphones during this recording sessions?
I think it's always a little bit funny to hear yourself, but it was less bad than when I record something myself because it's better quality, obviously. So I think it was less scary than I thought it would be.
Okay.
I thought it was scary.
Yeah.
It's always been a problem of mine hearing myself sing or even talk. It's always been a little bit of a fear. And this is the first time I've sang and heard myself sing with headphones on and with like a proper mic and stuff. So that was pretty scary at first, but I think we managed.
Yeah, we did well.
We did well.
You did very well.
Thank
So we've been recording this now, 2 songs. I'll be working on the mix and hope to see you again next time to finish
Great.
off the other tracks.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, Jure.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, I'm bothering you. You're playing piano. I'm
Yes.
just want to ask you a few questions, if
It's
that's
totally
okay.
fine.
Great. Okay, so could you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Jure Smits. I am the pianist in our band Brotherly, and I'm 19 years old. I play piano for 6 years, 7 years right now. So yeah, that's me.
Okay, is piano the only instrument that you can manage? or you can play?
No, it's also a bit of guitar. So I did during COVID. I was kind of bored, so I thought, let's play guitar. And after that, also a bit of mouth harmonica, excuse me. So yeah.
Okay, nice. So do you have a particular sound or sound reference that you use in your keyboard sound in the band?
Yes, especially organs. Those are the sounds we usually use. But I also like to have some tremolos, some EPs, yes, and stuff like that. So that's the sound I like.
Okay, so there's enough space in the band also
Yes.
to develop your own sound and
Yes.
yeah.
Certainly.
Because that's what I hear when I listen to the tracks that we recorded. I hear this specific, it's not just piano in the background, having some rhythm section or whatever, it's really a nice keyboard sound with its own character. And
Thank
that's,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
really nice.
I try to do that, yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, well, thanks. I've been really enjoying recording with you.
Thank you.
And I love your piano sound on the original piano as
Thank
well.
you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Jure. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hi. So, we've been recording your band, Brotherly.
Yep.
And may I just ask you if you could give a small introduction of yourselves and a little bit history of the band? Maybe start with you, guitarist.
My name is Steph. I'm the guitar player of the band. The oldest one in the band and the wisest and the youngest.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Herman and I'm playing the bass in the band, and together with Steph we created the band must be almost a decade ago. So, but we started it really playing 5 years ago and just changed a little bit in the band.
Okay, what did change? What changes did you have in the band lately?
We had some personnel changes. Our vocalist from before, they quit the band. The drummer moved away. And some other people have left for various reasons.
Okay, that happens.
Yeah, that happens. But we're still here. We're happy to be surrounded by beautiful and genial young people.
Talented people.
Yeah. So how do you feel, and do you think that's an added value of having a younger generation taking part in your band now?
Well, the thing that they're talented and that they really feel the urge to create and go full for it, that gives us the reason to go for it as well again.
Okay, it's a stimulating
Stimulating
input,
thing,
absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely, and it really has had a big impact on the sound of the band, and it just makes us so much more accessible and straightforward, and everybody's in it with their hearts.
Yeah.
So that's really an amazing thing.
Well, I've been listening to some of your old songs, which are still available also on Spotify and on YouTube. But there's a much more punk or rock influence that I do not hear that back in the new work. Although I think the new songs that we recorded now, they're really a different style. But I think it sounds more mature in my ears. So did you, what is your history with the more punk kind of style of music or harder music?
I think it's all divided by the vocalists, and the former vocalist was more a screamer than a singer. He also added his own style into the music, and that made it more. He gave it more like a punk sound or a punk feeling, because the songs are not that really different. It's just what you add to it that changes the feeling from the songs. And we now have two vocalists who give it more like a soul feeling than a punk feeling. Yeah, which is good as well. It's just a different. Maybe it's a different kind of audience you will attract, but.
The problem is also the hair is gone, so punk is gone. So the punk's filed.
Punk's not dead, guys.
Punk will never die.
No. The funny thing is, actually, if you look at it, we had to get in touch with those young talented people that I mentioned before to make our music more mature. We're the old guys in the band, but we needed young people to make it more mature.
Yeah.
Which is an amazing fact.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, indeed, I understand. Yeah. Okay, well, listen, we've been recording some bass tracks now in this session. I've really been enjoying spending time with you guys, and I hope we can continue in the next weekend or so. I'll be working on the mix, and let's see when we can get together again and have a great time. Well, thank you very much.
We are looking forward to that one.
Cool.
Absolutely, we had a super time here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Great.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much.
With love and pleasure, guys. Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.